Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Today we will talk about Edge AI in Japanese cars and how in-vehicle decision models help cars react faster and safer on the road. If your car can brake before you do, it's not magic. It's Edge AI, meaning AI that runs inside the car on its own hardware, not on a cloud server. That matters because driving decisions can't wait for a weak signal in a tunnel or a busy network at rush hour. You'll also hear the phrase, decision model. In plain terms, it's the logic that picks the next move. Keep speed. Slow down. Change steering angle. Or warn the driver. In 2026, Japanese cars are getting better at making these choices quickly, while keeping more data in the vehicle. This guide breaks down what these models actually do, what's changing for Japanese brands and suppliers, where the limits are, and what to check before you trust any driver assist feature. What an in-vehicle Edge AI decision model really does, and where it sits in the car. Think of an in-vehicle decision model as a fast loop that runs over and over while you drive. It sits in the ADAS stack, often on a central computer or a domain controller, and it talks to sensors and actuators. Sensors tell the car what's happening, the model decides, and the actuators carry it out through steering, braking, and throttle control. A concrete scenario helps. Picture a rainy expressway near Yokohama. Spray reduces camera clarity. Lane lines look faint. A compact car cuts in sharply to make an exit. A good Edge AI decision model doesn't just see car, brake. It weighs traction, closing speed, the chance the other driver keeps drifting, and whether a gentle brake plus a small steering correction is safer than a hard stop. Most systems follow a simple loop. Sense. Predict. Decide. Act. And verify. Verify is easy to miss, but it's important. The car checks if the action worked and if the world changed, then runs the loop again. Running this on local hardware keeps latency low and behavior more stable when coverage drops or when a cloud connection is off. From sensors to a decision in milliseconds, the basic pipeline. The inputs are a mix of eyes, ears, and motion signals. Many Japanese cars use cameras and radar as the core set. Some trims and test fleets may add lidar, and near-field sensing often comes from ultrasonics. The car also reads inertial sensors, wheel speed, steering angle, and sometimes map data. In some areas, V2X signals may appear too, but it's not safe to assume they're always there. Sensor fusion just means combining these feeds into one cleaner story. A camera may struggle in glare. Radar may see range well but not shape. Wheel speed tells you if the road is slippery. Fusion helps the car avoid betting everything on one sensor that might be wrong in that moment. After fusion, the pipeline usually looks like this. Perception. What objects are around? Where are the lanes? What's the free space? Prediction. What might that merging car do next? What might the scooter do at the curb? Planning. Pick a safe path and speed that fits the rules and the situation. Control. Convert the plan into steering, brake pressure, and throttle commands. That's how Edge AI helps cars make quick driving decisions in real time. Stay tuned for part 2. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.